Hello, good evening, everyone. How was your day? And how is today? I believe you can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear me, say something in the message in the comment section. Let me know that you can hear me. All right. And then thank you for joining us. If you join us, let us know where you're joining us from, your name, and where you're joining us from, please. And then if you are joining us on on our WhatsApp on Facebook, comment your name, share your WhatsApp number there. We will be sending you the study manual for this course. So if you join us on WhatsApp, on Facebook, comment with your name, your location, and your WhatsApp number. And of course, if you join us on YouTube, do the same thing. Comment with your name, where you're joining us from, and your WhatsApp number. We will just send the study manual to your WhatsApp number. All right. We will do that today. Tomorrow we'll see the level of consistency, and then we'll send you the WhatsApp the study manual through your WhatsApp line, because we are not posting it in the public place. We want to see those that are serious with us so that we can also be serious with them. All right. So that is what you're going to do. And do way to share this meeting with someone. Share it, put it on your wall, share it to someone, let them be part of the program. So thank you for taking time to be part of today's training. Um, if you share your WhatsApp number, share with the country code. Please, I know that share with country code, most especially if you are not a Nigerian, share with country codes so that we'll be able to get you. All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate you, and wish you all the best for taking time to be part of today's training. So whether you are joining us on Facebook or on YouTube, do as we have said. All right. So today, I want us to look at mastering the act of active listening. We said that one of the keys for harmonious marriage is ability of each party or each partner to listen and listen attentively. Because if as a party to marriage, you are not paying attention, you are not listening to what is transpiring in your home, what is being communicated in your home, you may be missing a lot of connections. You may be having problems with your marriage. Do you understand? So the best way is for you to be able to, you know, um, listen and listen carefully. So today we'll be looking at mastering the art of active listening. All right. So when it comes to active listening, right, what do you need to do? What do you need to do to make your listening to be considered so active? First and foremost, you should be empathetic in your listening. Empathetic listening. That is, you listen with empathy. All right. Listen with empathy. That is, you are actively listening, you know, when you are involved in the communication, in the discussion, fully. You focus on the speaker. All right. You understand the speaker's message and you respond with empathy. You understand? Now, it is sometimes very, very sometimes when we are being provoked, when we are angry, sometimes it beats us to respond adequately, or it beats us to listen. Sometimes we refuse to even listen. We we just, you know, by way of that anger, we interrupt the speaker. We, react. That is, we don't respond. First, you interrupt the speaker, you react instead of responding. Do you understand? Because you are not actively listening. You are not so empathetic in your listening. That's why you can react instead of responding. That's why you can interrupt a speaker without allowing the speaker to finish. Do you understand? And you are not patient enough to wait for someone to finish before you speak. So these things can cause problems. Do you understand? So active listening involves fully focusing on the speaker, understanding the speaker's message, and responding with empathy. All right. So by acknowledging the partner's feelings and perspective, couples can create an environment of mutual trust. Couples can create what? An environment of mutual trust and respect. You understand? So you listen to your partner, all right? You listen to your partner, and of course, you know, you give your partner the opportunity to speak while you listen, and after you listen, you respond, with a sense of empathy, with a feeling of empathy. It's not reacting. Most of the times we are reacting and we overreact. Do you understand? We are reacting and sometimes we overreact. So this is some of the problems. So one of the ways that your listening can be considered to be active is listening what? Empathetically. All right? Listening empathetically. So another way our listening can be considered active is feedback and validation. Feedback and what? Validation. So, you know, I'm speaking with you, all right? And then you are responding in a way that shows that you are fully involved. It means that you are telling me that you are fully involved in this conversation. You understand? So, feedback and validation, that is, you provide feedback and validate the speaker's emotions. Do you understand? It's a very crucial point. It's a very crucial issue. Do you understand? So, understanding and making the partner feel heard. All right. This approach helps build a stronger connection and facilitate more productive conversation. Do you understand? So, you make your partner not feel ignored when you give feedback and validation. You make your partner feel that he or she is not ignored. Do you understand? That I have spoken and you have heard me and you have responded constructively, empathetically. So it means that you have heard me. Do you understand? That is the kind of feedback you are giving me. Once I speak with you and you respond in accordance with what I say to you, in the direction of what I say to you, it means that okay, what I'm seeing online now, I'm communicating with you. That's a practical example. I say that if you join us, write your name, the location where you're joining us from, and send your WhatsApp number. Do you understand? Your WhatsApp number so that we can send you the study manual. Then it shows that, and I saw you people are sending your names, your WhatsApp number, even when so I saw that some people from other countries are not sending their country code. I still give the instruction and people change quickly and then send with their country code. So it means that you listen to what I said, you listen to my instruction, and you responded in accordance with the instruction. That is to shows that you are listening what? Actively. It shows that you are listening actively. Do you understand? So that's what active listening means. Now, avoiding interruption is another way to show that you are actively listening to someone. Avoiding what? Interruptions. Most of the times, we are not patient enough to wait for someone to, like they used to say in our own local pranks, say that, let me die before you bury me. You don't allow people to die before you bury them. Somebody has not finished speaking, you jump in. Do you understand? Somebody has not finished establishing his or her point, you jump in. Do you understand? So it makes communication very, very difficult, and anxiety can, set in, and it becomes so difficult to understand each other, and then communication becomes so blurred, and then of course the direction of the communication, is challenged. Do you understand? So you cannot hear me, I cannot hear you, because it's a non-result into argument. We are rather arguing instead of communicating, because you are stopping me, I'm stopping you. Do you understand? You stop me, of course I will stop you. When you make a point that contradicts my feeling, I can also stop you, because somehow you stopped me. So why wouldn't I do so? Do you understand? So avoiding interruption is very, very important. Do you understand? But many a times we tend to interrupt people. Do you understand? So allowing the speaker to finish their thoughts without interruption, right? Demonstrate respect. Yeah, it demonstrates what? Respect. And these things sometimes even to, the reason why sometimes even in a home you find it difficult, or sometimes children sometimes find it difficult to share their feelings with their parents, because parents are always rebuking their children. Do you understand? Your child want to tell you something, even if you know that what they're telling you, you know it, allow them to still express themselves. All right. A child wants to tell you something, instead of giving the child attention, you are not interested. You are so busy with your work, you don't want to give the child attention. You know what? With time, they get, frustrated. They felt ignored, and so even when they are in a very deep problem, they cannot share it with you. Even when they are going through some kind of challenges, they cannot still share with you. Do you understand? So this is it. So, and then you can imagine an adult as well. When an adult is trying to get your attention and is not getting that, you know what? They feel ignored. And what happened? They begin to lose hope. They begin to lose confidence in that relationship. And of course, they cannot be able to share their secret with you. They cannot be able to express their challenges with you. Do you understand? Because you can either rebuke, interrupt, get upset, and then refuse to communicate, or communicate angrily, or result into argument whenever someone want to discuss with you. Argument setting, communication thwarted, and then progress in that communication. Do you know what it shows? It shows disrespect, even to your child. And that's why when it gets to a point, you discover that some children don't respect their parents again. Whatever you say, they don't care. Why? Because you yourself have not been giving them attention. So we parents, we must give our children attention. All right. And if we train them in that manner, they can grow up with that attitude. And even when they get married, they will give attention to their partners. Do you understand? So train them in that direction. And of course, learn also, know that in the environment where your children are, they are learning from you. Whatever you are doing, they are copying from you. It's natural. They are in that environment. So whatever is happening, if you are beating your partner, you are insulting your partner, you are quarreling, always quarreling an argument, they will get into that mood. They will begin to operate and display those attitudes. Do you understand? Over time. It's a matter of time. So give your partner attention. Even if you know that she's talking or he's talking rubbish, give him or her the attention they need. All right. And then, of course, be patient, even when you are upset, even when they say something that provokes you. And when you want to respond, maybe for instance, you are patient enough, the person finish speaking, and you want to respond, just calm down. All right. Calm down, take a deep breath before you respond. Because if you respond at, you know, at the space of maybe the person finish communicating, you may end up maybe still making the same mistakes. So what you do, avoid interrupting, allow the person to communicate is a sign of respect, and it creates a safe space for open communication, because everybody communicate freely without anything. Because I know that you can give me my full attention, so I can communicate freely. And when it's your turn to also communicate, I will give you full attention so that you can communicate with me freely. Do you understand? And then we operate on that ground. So by practicing patience and attentiveness, couples can gain a deeper understanding of each other's perspective. Do you understand? So this is what it is. Patience. One of the things that I come to learn in life is patience, being patient. Do you understand? Even when you are going through a lot, you have to be patient. When we were having challenges with our academic program, I our student also taught me one thing again: patience. They re-emphasize what I believe in: patience. Do you understand? Yeah, they pay money for a program, of course. Talking about academic program like masters, PGD programs. You can imagine somebody give you 500,000 for a program, 300,000, some pay 200,000, and then at some point the program could not continue because of federal government policies with Benin Republic universities. And these people will have to suspend the program, and they were there waiting. They waited for 1 year, complete 1 year waiting, nothing, no progress, no nothing. And never for once anybody called me to complain anything. Do you understand? Sometimes when they call, they just want to know if there's any update. But nobody called me to say what is happening, what are you doing, and this one. No, they were patient enough, and their patience eventually pays. All right. So by this, I think I sent their names for admission already. By next week, some of them will resume their training with the university in Nigeria here. Do you understand? So this is what it is. So it pays to be patient, because some of these things involve a lot of processes. And so if care is not taken, you lose patience and then lose something. Do you understand? So patience is a very important thing. We must learn how to be patient with ourselves and with others. If you are not, for instance, now maybe if you are not happy with the way your marriage is today, you have to also be patient with yourself and with the marriage itself and with your partner, and begin to do certain things that you can do to make your marriage beautiful. And while you are doing those things, be patient. Do you understand? But over time, you get things going well. You understand? So this is how it works. So one of the things I learned also over time is that time is very important. Time is like me, time is a very factor in my life. So if you do not respect my time, I sometimes lose respect. Even my wife knows. My time is very, once my time begins to be affected, like you begin to enter the jurisdiction of my time that is not for you, I cannot be happy. because it gets me frustrated. Do you understand? Because one, I don't like being late. You know, if you notice, even training, I don't like being late. Sometimes it's the logging in or details that sometimes delay me, network issues that make me to join meeting late. Otherwise, it's not my, my type. You understand? So time. So understand all of these things, and then things will begin to work. So let's look at the power of assertive communication. We talk about assertive communication. We talk about this type of communication that you say something with confidence, express your feelings with boldness, express your feelings the way they are without, undermine or insulting anybody, but you just assert your feeling, expressing it the way it is. Do you understand? So the power of assertive communication. And one of the secrets that we talk about is that we say assertive communication has to be the kind of communication that is characterized with I statements, all right? It has to be characterized with I statements. When we talk about I statement, when you are making statement, you must talk about yourself. Don't talk about others. It may amounts to accusation, blames, and naturally, human being doesn't like blames. They don't like accusation. Do you understand? So, if you can talk by using I statements, like I, I don't like, oh, when something happen like this, you know, I don't feel okay. Do you understand? Not like when you do something like this, I feel so bad. These are two different statements. Yes, the person you are talking with may be the person that did what you don't like, but don't say to the person directly that when you do something like this, I don't like it. Say that when something like this happen, it makes me upset. I get upset. Do you understand? It's better off than you saying when you do it. The person knows that it's the person that does it, but he doesn't want you to say it that way. Because if you say it like that, it becomes kind of accusation, and then it's get the issue difficult to address. Mm. So speak in the form when you use I statement, it shows the person that anybody can make mistake, and you are trying to consider the person on the fact that yes, it's possible that I can make the same mistake. Do you understand? So anyone can make the mistake, or anything can happen by anyone. Do you understand? So um that's why you are using I statement instead. So assertive communication involves using I statements to express personal feelings and needs without blaming the partner. All right. Don't need to blame anybody. So this approach promotes mutual understanding and reduces the risk of defensive reaction. Because by the time you begin to say you when you do, so the person will begin to defend, you know, him or herself. They begin to defend themselves. They begin to deploy all defensive mechanism to make sure that, oh, it's not just my, it's what you two used to do something like that. Oh, you too. What about yourself? And when it's my matter, you are always talking like that. What about you? Do you understand? So counter accusations. Then you discover that things that of the past also are being brought up. Do you understand? People begin to bring things that are in the past into the communication, and then accusation upon accusation, and then begin to make references of the things that have gone. Do you understand? Have passed since and have gone and have been forgotten, maybe to some extent. But because of this kind of statement, they bring them back into the communication and make them to be life. And then, it becomes so difficult. So, but when you communicate using I statement, it promotes mutual understanding. It reduces the risk of defensive reaction. Do you understand? So this is what it is. So use I statement even when somebody does something wrong. Even on the road, somebody drives so rough. You can tell the person that when I see rough driving, I don't feel comfortable. Do you understand? I don't feel comfortable. So it's good that we should learn how to drive carefully. That would be better. Do you understand? So another power of assertive communication is clear and direct form of communication. Do you understand? Being specific about thoughts and feelings without ambiguity or vagueness. Ensure that the message is received and understood clearly. This directness helps to address issues, you know, head on and find solutions. Sometimes, in marriages, do you know that people sometimes partners tend to hide their feelings, their real feelings, and then they find it difficult to also express themselves. They find it difficult to express themselves um how it's supposed to be. Do you understand? They find it difficult to express themselves clearly. You know, maybe they are doing that to avoid misunderstanding. All right. Maybe they feel that if they express themselves in a way they're supposed to express it, they may be misunderstood. So it gets more complicated. But they forgot to understand that when you don't express your feelings clearly, it still shows. It still shows. If I'm hiding something, if I'm not comfortable with a thing, but I don't want to express it, still my attitude demonstrates it. Still my body, my mood shows it. Do you understand? I may say that okay, I'm not sad, I'm happy, I'm okay. But I'm telling you that your body language will tell me that you are not okay. Your facial appearance will tell me that you are not okay. Our level of interaction will show that you are not okay. But for your mouth, you are okay. But in your mind, you are not okay. Your body is showing that you are not okay. Your facial expression is showing that you are not okay. Do you understand? You cannot just run away from all of these things. So it get the issue so difficult. So what do we do? Clear and direct. Express yourself. Express your feelings. You know, and if you feel that the atmosphere is not right to express that feeling, then create the time to express it well. All right. Even if you don't want to talk about the issue at that moment, make the person to understand that, yeah, I think it's something that we need to talk about, but I think this is not the right time to discuss it. We'll create a good time for it so that we can talk on the matter better. Do you understand? So that yes, the person will also know that yeah, you want to discuss the matter. All right. Instead of saying that um please, I don't want to talk about it. Just forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. No. Forget about it, but your actions are not forgetting about it. Forget about it, but your body, your mind is still, oh, you are saying things and making references to that issue. So what is the forget about it? Don't complicate issues. Express it. Even if it's difficult to express it, still find a way to express it. How do we do? Madam, um, I want us to talk. And, so you create that time, all right? And then discuss, discuss with them. Tell Madam the direction of things we want her direction of things to flow concerning that matter. And if it's Madam that wants to talk to you, Oga, give Madam attention. Let her talk to you, express her feelings, and allow her to express her feeling fully. Do you know that one way to reduce tension in the first place in marriage is the ability to allow the partner to express themselves fully? Sometimes, even if it's in an angry manner that they are communicating, allow them to vent their anger. right? By the time they vent their anger finish, the tension, the pains reduce, whatever it is. Do you understand? And then you can have a reason to communicate, and your communication can be heard. Do you understand? But when you refuse to give the partner your attention to express their feelings and how they feel, it becomes difficult to even discuss, to communicate, and makes life difficult for both of you. Do you understand? So, clear and direct communication. Don't hide your feelings. Don't hide your feelings. At least not to your partner. You can hide your feelings to anybody else, but don't hide it to your partner. Let them know your mind. And mind you, not like I say, sometimes sometimes we are so pissed up that even in a public place we don't want to hold it back. No, no, not in a public place. If you're angry with your spouse or with your partner, not in the public. Yeah, sometimes we are tempted. I myself have been a victim of that. You understand? I myself personally have been a victim, and I have learned from that, and I desist from that kind of attitude. You understand? Never to do it. If I'm angry, yeah. Yeah, of course, sometimes your facial expression can show that you're not just okay with a thing. You understand? But when you get home, you create time and discuss it. Let us not be behaving like we are. Even God sometimes is, in fact, God is always patient with us. So why can't we be patient with each other? We are humans, we can make mistakes. You understand? So we should learn to be patient with one another. Marriage is not a burden, and it shouldn't be. It should be something that we should enjoy it. All right. I can tell you that I enjoy tremendous peace in my home because I learned to I try to deal with some issues. Do you understand? And like we always say, it's a continuous experience. Do you understand? I learned to deal with some issues. And of course, I'm enjoying tremendous peace. I mean, peace, real peace. Do you understand? Say, respectful tune, respectful tune. You know, sometimes, like there is something I said in our WhatsApp platform that is for the academic program, because we created a program because we advertised some academic program, although we did not put it on Facebook, but we put it in our WhatsApp group for people who are interested to be part of, because it's not a program that we want to advertise for a while like that, because we just give us they give this university just give us that window to admit our student that we on ground. So we just try to like make others also to be part of it, and then we were responding to some issues, and then some people were talking about extension. I told them that there's no extension, and someone feel that my expression was harsh. Do you understand? Yeah, but that is the he said the tune. No, my expression was harsh because I said that whoever doesn't want to, or whoever cannot meet up, should wait for next year. So he feel that this expression was harsh for him, right? So and it created an argument in a group. So when I came to respond, I first and foremost apologized if that's how he understood my statement that is harsh. But I say that I needed to be so emphatic, so affirmative, because there is not going to be extension, because I said it over and over and over again that there is no extension. Do you understand? So before that even statement came. So and uh, and then I still took time to explain why there will not be extension. You understand? So, you know, tune, because when you are communicating to people, they judge your communication from different perspective. The tune of the voice is being judged. Your gesture, that's if it's a physical communication, one-on-one communication, your gesture also matters. Your facial expression matters. Do you understand? Even when you are communicating with people, sometimes you are not there, but the tune of what the words you release, they carry certain tune. Do you understand? And so as a result of that, people can, get 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 agitated. Can they begin to react based on the wordings you use, based on this, the tune of the message. Do you understand? So it happens. So maintaining a respectful and non-confrontational tune, non-confrontational tune, all right, is crucial for assertive communication. By avoiding aggression or passive aggressive behavior, right? Passive aggressive behavior, couples can have constructive dialogues and find common grounds. You know, this thing I'm talking about here, I don't know whether you are trying to understand or you are understanding what I'm trying to say here. Because sometimes communication is very, very difficult. Do you understand? You know, sometimes you say something sincerely, you didn't mean any harm. You did not even, maybe from your end, you felt you have just made a normal statement. Like, what's so big about the statement I have made? You understand? But the receiver of the message, the recipient of the message, interpret it different, say something different from it, perceive something different from it. That's the tune of the voice. Okay, maybe your wife is telling you about a particular thing, all right? And then you say, honey, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Just forget it. I'm not interested. And we know that you are not interested, but is that how you communicate? You understand? It's like you are rebooking the person. That's what you are doing. Oh, you are rebooking the person. What if you tell the person that, yes, communication must be intentional. Somebody is making statement there. I saw your statement. I saw the comment you make. Communication must be intentional. You must be intentional about the way you communicate. You understand? It's not just a kind of, you know, I do it anyhow. So even if you are not interested, is that how you communicate? Find a way of expressing it. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I can see that there is a need for that, but going with the situation of things now, I don't think it's our priority now. Maybe we can look at it later as maybe as we progress, but I don't think it's urgently needed now. Do you understand? I think that is better. You may not be able to, you may not be able to say it exactly the way I'm saying it now, but there's a way you can present it that it will look more better than to say that I'm not interested, I'm not interested. Just forget about it. Please, I'm not interested. Just forget about it. No, don't rebook somebody like that. Don't say things like that. Yeah. I think you can even accept that I think we have a need for it. It's just that maybe it's not yet the time to have it. It's not a top priority for now. We have some other project that we're looking at. So I think it's better that we look at it maybe sometime in the future. So can we be able to wait for sometimes we see things differently. Do you understand? Women can be eager to get something, but we men, we are not always eager like that. Even though we may have a need for it, but sometimes we are not so eager to get it. Do you understand? Like women can be eager to get it, have it, but men always take their time before they decide. Do you understand? So if at that point your wife is so eager, you are not so eager like, but you know that there's a need and you don't want to do it at that point, communicate diplomatically, respectfully, decline. Do you understand? So that there will be no trouble. So this is the power of assertive communication. Use I statements, clear and direct communication, respectful tone. All right, your tune of your voice very important. Are we learning something? I believe we are learning something, and I hope we are willing to apply it too. Don't be shocked if I give you assignment. Go and communicate with your wife, record it and share and send to me. Or communicate with your husband, record and share to me. If you've never married, go and communicate with your boyfriend or girlfriend. If you have any a relationship that you are trusting God to, end in marriage. But if boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage, don't relationship, I will not give you that assignment. Maybe you should just go and communicate with your students in school. Let's see how you communicate with some young ones. Do you understand? Right. My boy used to call one name of a teacher always, all the time. He's calling the name of that guy. But I say he's the only that guy there. So one day I asked my children that, who is this guy that this boy is always calling his name all the time? Do you understand? I say the guy make jokes a lot. I say no wonder. They say the teacher make jokes with children a lot. So and my boy is always calling his name. Do you understand? So I say maybe I will take time. I will meet the person, the teacher. There's always making jokes that my boy cannot forget his name. He doesn't know any other person's name, but he knows that teacher's name. You understand? So navigating non-verbal cues in communication. Now we are going to you know the extreme aspect of communication now. How you can be able to navigate the non-verbal cues. That's non-verbal communication. All right, because communication is not complete if it has no other aspect involved, most especially the non-verbal communication. Communication is complete when non-verbal gestures are also considered. All right. And one of those non-verbal cues that you have to pay attention when in communication is body language. Body what? Language. Body language. Body what? Body language. Mr. Amor from Ghana, please. You share your country code with your number. Don't just share your phone number only. Share it with your country code so that we'll be able to send the message to you. But what I'm talking about now, I'm not sending today. Oh. I want to see your consistency. From now till Sunday, I should be able to know people that are consistent before I will send it. All right. So navigating non-verbal cues in communication. All right. So we talk about what to look at is body language. Right. And body language is what we talk about posture, gesture. You understand? So if I say, if I say like this, you know, this sign, this sign, this sign means something, means a lot of things to different environments. Do you understand? That it depends on the kind of communication you are communicating. All right. If I do like this, I may be telling you bye bye. Do you understand? I may do like this and I'm telling you no, 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 no. Do you understand? But this is a sign. So, but it depends on, I may not say a word, but I may do like this. I'm telling you that I am not part of that. It's a communication, a sign, gesture. Do you understand? And I may do like this, and it will be bye bye. Do you understand? But the environment and the, what do you call it, the context will determine the gesture and the meaning of that gesture. Do you understand? The contextual environment matters a lot when it comes to gestures. All right. So somebody say, "Hmm, it's not it's not my business." That's somebody's telling you that I care less. I'm not so bothered. I care less. I'm not concerned. Do you understand? That's why I'm telling you, "Hmm, it's your business. You're on your own." Do you understand? So those kind of gestures. Do you understand? So posture. That's the way somebody is sitting. If somebody sits cross, maybe cross his leg, what does that tell you? It tells you something, right? In our place, if somebody cross leg, we feel that that person is a big man or person of authority. Do you understand? That's one thing we consider when you cross leg, that this person has arrived or has achieved. In his mind, as things like that. So you sit and you cross leg. All right. So you understand. So maybe you enter an interview, you are in interview environment and you cross leg. Maybe the interviewer will look at you, oh, you are the general manager of this organization. Do you understand? So, and then you will lose jobs. So that's why when you enter in interview, sit up, sit very smart, and you're ready to respond to questions. Do you understand? And then when you are making gestures, you make gestures based on how you're communicating. So posture, gestures, and facial expressions can convey emotions and attitude, reinforcing or contradicting the verbal message. Do you understand? So now somebody may say to you, yes, but you look at this person's face, you know that this person is saying no. Someone say, don't worry, by tomorrow I will pick you by 5 at the roadside. And it's telling you that, um, and let's see what happened by 5. It's possible I may be able to. Okay, don't worry, I'll pick you up. Just find your means. So, do you understand? Because there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. So it either reinforces communication or it contradicts the communication. But do you understand? All right. So what do we do? Pay attention to non-verbal communication. That is the body language, facial expression. No, in those days, I used to toast gears, like okay, toast gears and all of that. Sometimes I will look at a gear's face. I will feel that this gear is unapproachable. If you go there, you see, you see, you see wahala. So you just mind your business, to go your thing. But when you see another one, you know that this one already welcome you by her facial expression, by the way she's looking at you. Say say this one can give in easily. But then there's another one, you look at her face, you know that this one, if you approach her now, na insult you will get. So the best way to do is just to maintain your line and maintain your business. Do you understand? Without approaching her. But another one, you see her face, say, Kai, this one, if you go down at one hand, do you understand? Those kind of feelings, those kind of expression, you look at the face, right? So you understand all of those things. So we become, professional psychologists overnight, based on paying attention to some of those gestures. Do you understand? All right. And of course, if I'm with my friend and my friend is beginning to like a gay, the way you are behaving, you may not say it, but the way you are behaving, nothing nothing make you to, nothing is funny, but you are smiling. You are just smiling anyhow. I know that you are up to something. I will look around. Maybe there is a beautiful dance there that is making you just to be smiling, like they give you, you know, some kind of high whiskey to take. Do you understand? So I'll say, guy, why you behaving like this now? Be careful. Be like say something they happen here, but if you deny it, but you still confess it later. Do you understand? That is it. So body language is very important. Your wife may say yes, but in her mind they say no. The attitude they say no. Your husband may say yes, but the attitude is saying no. So being aware of non-verbal cues can help couples better understand each other's true feelings and intentions. True what? Feelings and intentions. Because sometimes the true intention is hidden in the action and not in the words being pronounced. So that's why they say action speaks louder than what? Words. So look at focus on the action. Sometimes focus more on the action rather than on the words. Do you understand? So that is it. So eye contact. Eye contact. Eye what? Contact. So maintaining appropriate eye contact demonstrates attentiveness. Maintaining what? Appropriate eye contact demonstrates attentiveness. So you can imagine if I'm talking to you and I'm putting my face down here now, what will you be thinking? Either you feel that this guy is just reading from manual completely, or I'm looking somewhere, but I'm talking to you. How will you feel? Maybe you feel so distracted. It will kind of distraction. You understand? So when you are communicating with someone, I always face my screen. I always face my screen direct because I just believe that you are looking at me, and I assume that I'm looking into your eyes while I'm speaking. So I should face you. That's why I always face my screen direct. And I always focus my eyes because I know that you are looking at my eyes. And I also assume that I'm looking into your eyes. Do you understand? So that's why it is. So maintaining eye contact shows signs of what? Sincerity. And that's why some of you can easily get what I'm saying here because you are paying attention. That's why you can paraphrase what I'm saying here without any mistakes. Somebody that cannot be able to paraphrase what I'm saying, he was sending flowers. I think people were questioning that person here. You understand? He was just pushing flowers, pushing some emojis that are not relevant. So I saw some of you were questioning the person to mind the kind of messages he's sending in this group. I saw it. Do you understand? So that's why it is. Maybe the person is not really paying attention to what we're saying here. Or maybe you do not understand the rules of engagement here. That's why he was just firing those things in the comment section. So, you know, attentiveness, sincerity, and engagement in the conversation. Truth to it. Let me tell you the truth. You are speaking with somebody and the person is not paying attention. You, the speaker yourself, you get weak to speak. You get discouraged, don't want to speak again. Because you are talking to somebody and seem to be distracted, maybe talking to somebody, even on phone, when you are talking to someone on phone and the person is talking with someone like this, you feel somehow. You understand? One day, one woman told me something. She called me. I was at home actually, and the children were making noise from the background. And she said it's unprofessional. But I said, Madam, I'm at home. So I will close all my children, but don't talk. because I'm at home. Definitely, I'm not in the office. This kind of interaction is possible. Do you understand? And and they can just bounce in when unnoticed. Do you understand? So it is well. But that is it. That's how she felt. She felt that that was so unprofessional to be hearing my children's noise. But yeah, I no. Like someone is saying, but what about those persons that are shy? Um, Princess also, Princess Mabu. You are asking, but what about those persons that are shy? I can't maintain eye contact, sir. Yeah, it's possible. There are people that are shy, but have you ever seen where they give a shy person's award, that being the most shy persons of the year award? I refuse to. One of the things that will serve as a limitation to anybody's potential is what we call shy. So if you are a shy person, I'm encouraging you today to refuse to be shy ever in your life. Just practice boldness, confidence. Because when you communicate with people and look into their faces, you understand, it shows it shows it shows some level of you know connectivity. It shows it shows seriousness even in your message. It shows how important that message is to you and to the recipients. Do you understand? But when you communicate like you are shy, it gets frustrating. Even people who are listening to you also get frustrated. Some even lose focus, they lose attention to your message. You may have a good message, but not many people may listen to you. So I'm canceling. And then, of course, yes, if I'm speaking with you, you are shy. In some cases, you get exploited. Yes, for being shy. You get exploited for being shy. There are some things that you are being denied of because someone noticed that you are a shy person. And of course, you cannot be able to protest, or you cannot be able to, you know, request for something. Like, for instance, now in a job interview, for instance, now maybe you went for a job interview and then you claim that you are a shy person. They ask you how much should we pay you. I can tell you categorically that you will devalue yourself by the way you communicate. Maybe you tell them whatever they want, they should give you. You are no, you get exploited. Do you understand? So, and if you know that you are a shy person, I know you are a shy. I was a shy person. Do you understand? I was a shy person. Personally, I was a shy person. But do you know what happened? I woke myself out of that. I refuse to be shy anymore. I may choose to be quiet. I may choose to be calm, but I refuse. I practice boldness. I practice confidence because one, I came to realize that I will be interacting with many people as I move. Do you understand? So I cannot shy. It should not just near me. I must, show. You know, don't be shy. It kills your potentials. It's a limitation. It's a limiting force in one's potentials, most especially when it comes to the power of communication. When it comes to public speaking in the first place, you must remove shyness from it completely. Anything shy should not even hear it. If you must be a good public speaker. Yeah. So Prof is say confirming. He said one can be exploited for being shy. Yeah, it's true. Once you're shy, just expect anything can happen to you. Do you understand? These are the people that sometimes the people will call 419, 419. Do you understand? All these 419s, people that are victims of 419 are people that seems to be shy. Whatever somebody is telling you, you cannot look the person into the face very well. So whatever they are saying in their eyes, they are telling you lie, but you cannot notice it. Do you understand? So in that way, you can easily be exploited. Somebody is telling you that I have some dollars here and bring 200,000. Let's change it. We'll give you dollars. You are not looking into their faces. What concerns you with dollars and 200? So you go and bring 200,000. You collect fake dollars and disappear because you are a shy person. Don't try it. So, but I understand that there are people like that. I'm just trying to use this opportunity to tell you, princess, that never give yourself to shyness. Tell yourself that I am not a shy person and walk out of that forever. And then you begin to see how beautiful it is to be a confident person. Do you understand? To be a bold person, to be to be emboldened. Do you understand? It's very, very good to be bold. You yourself, you feel more, satisfying when you talk, when you communicate with people. Not that. So this non-verbal cue can build trust and create a deeper connection between partners. You understand? So you are speaking, you are looking your spouse into, you look your husband into the eyes, you look your wife into the eye, how she speaks, how she's smiling, how she's talking with you. Then you begin to feel the beauty reverberating. You see the beauty. You begin to see the beauty there. You begin to see the beauty in her. The more she talks to you, the more you look into her eyes, the more beautiful she becomes every day. And then, of course, the more handsome you become every day when the wife is looking into your hands. Do you understand? And that is why it just take your time. I know that even some couples, they don't look they don't look into their wives' faces or maybe husbands when they're speaking. They understand, but take time, begin to practice what I'm talking to you now, telling you that is I get to fall in love with my wife more when I look her directly into her eyes because we get deeper connections. You understand? Yeah. So try it and then you see what I'm telling you. So if you have not been looking into your partner's eyes when you communicate, try and do it. You will see how deep you get connected. You will see how deep you get to fall in love every day for your partner. You understand? Very important. Then tune of the voice or tune of voice. The tune, volume, and inflection of one's voice can significantly impact the way a message is received. All right. So a calm and a measured tune can help de-escalate conflict and create an atmosphere of mutual understanding. You understand? So your tune of the voice is very important. So don't don't begin to shout. Who are you? One day, a man was to join one of our training. He was applying to be a member of the institute, and he was somehow he joined the meeting. He was online, but he was still talking with the family at the back. And then I heard the voice, the tune. The tune of the voice was like, I am the head of this family, and whatever I say is final. Somehow it was not my business, but he was joining peace training, peace and conflict management training. And then I say, Oga, what you say is not final. Go and reason with your wife and understand with her point. Stop saying that you are the head of the family. So what? We know that you are the head of the family. You don't need to announce it. But try to also Give attention to what your partner is saying. Try to reason with her. Try to understand. And if you must take a decision, it must be the way, it mustn't be the way you are communicating it here that I'm hearing now. Because it's not a good, it's like you are using like force, like you are undermining somebody. It's like you are trying to dominate instead of trying to exercise leadership. You are rather dominating instead of being the head in terms of leadership. Do you understand? Leadership we influence, not to to dominate. Rather influence, not to dominate. We dominate by coercion. Do you understand? So it's not that is not leadership. And being the head of the family means that you have to provide leadership, not intimidation. You understand? So the tune of the voice matters. Volume and inflection of one's voice can significantly impact the way a message is received. I learned this one too. This one I'm talking to you now, I also learned it too. If I tell you that all of this thing I'm talking to you, I'm a practical example of everything I'm discussing with you here. I can get before I can get easily irritated, like easily, even now. But I learn how to control my emotions. Do you understand? I that's what we call self-regulation. Self-regulation. Do you understand? You regulate how you feelings, how you react. Now, before now, my wife used to complain that I am shouting. Deep in me, I feel that I'm not shouting. I'm just trying to respond to a particular message, maybe that I'm not comfortable with. And then you say I'm shouting. Is it because of this that you are shouting? I'm just talking with you and then suddenly you are shouting. Why are you shouting? Am I shouting? Me, I will come and be asking, am I shouting? You understand? So things like that. And then at some point I feel that okay, maybe I'm shouting. No. You understand? I begin to ask my question, why am I always shouting? Because my wife is making me to feel understand that I'm always shouting in communication. Maybe most especially when communication seems not to be okay with like it's not going the way me I'm expecting it to go. Do you understand? So I begin to ask those questions. So I begin to adjust. So even when I feel upset, I still lower my tune to communicate properly. Do you understand? I still communicate in such a way that it will not show that I'm on the top of the roof. That is, I'm standing on the top of the roof. No, I communicate that I'm in the house with someone that is not just someone, but my wife. So I should reduce the volume so that we can communicate better. You understand? So that is how it is. So these things that we talk about, we have to we must be intentional about some of these things. You must come to a point whereby you make up your mind that my marriage must be beautiful. And whatever I can sacrifice to make my marriage work, I will do it. Do you know that at some point I make it as my prayer point that God, that anger, that spirit of irritation, that anger, that spirit that gets me easily irritated, let it die. Do you understand? I began to pray. It became my prayer point. Do you understand? Otherwise, some of you will be wondering what kind of peace this guy is promoting. Oh. Because I used to get easily irritated, easily angry. Do you understand? But I grew in a home whereby um yes, my father is really a very patient human being. Yeah, maybe my mom, yeah, my mom could overreact, that's fine. You know. But my father used to, so we grow under that environment where my father used to be patient and he hardly react to some kind of other things. Do you understand? So we have to just learn to be calm and communicate appropriately. So tune of voice is very important. I'm trying to use my personal experiences to share some of these things with you because I'm talking about very sensitive issue. You may not be a married person yet, maybe in this class, but you somehow one day get married. Maybe that is although it's not everybody that will marry, but I know that I know that it's in your plan to get married. So if you get married, understand that some of the things I'm sharing with you, I'm using my personal experiences and they can help you. Some of you have experienced it. Some of you are experiencing it. Some of you have felt that maybe this thing you even get used to it. You understand? You get used to it and then you think it that it's a normal way of communication. Maybe that is how it has to be. No, it's not like that. So you can change it for good. So you are taking part in this training. I expect that at the end of this training, there should be drastic change. There should be drastic improvement in your relationship with your spouse. Do you understand? Very, very important. Thank you very much for taking time to be part of today's training. Um, I hope that we are learning something, and I hope that we'll be, consistent in learning this. It's a very interesting training, so I will encourage us to take time to be part of this training always, so that we, from beginning to the end, will benefit from this training. Thank you for today. I think this is where we are going to stop. Tomorrow, when we come, we'll look at putting it all together, practicing effective communication. All right. So we'll look at some of the things that, and then we'll be looking at applying communication skills in real life scenarios. So we'll look at some of these things tomorrow. So make time to be part of tomorrow's training as well. Have a wonderful night rest. For those of you that participated in GS education, the manual is I sent the complete manual in the WhatsApp group there. You can get it and then start preparing yourself for your examination next week, Saturday. But for now, thank you for taking time to be part of this training today. So, on general note, effective communication is essential, according to Stephen Chukwuka. So, applying those skills is very important. So, thank you very much and see you tomorrow, same time by 7 p.m.